Hey everyone, welcome to Craft Central Designs. Today I have a beautiful rustic farmhouse Valentine's Day wreath to share with you. This is a simple but yet very beautiful wreath. Let me show you how I created this Valentine's Day wreath. Let's look at the items that you will need to make this wreath. I have a heart wire wreath frame that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using this deco mesh that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I always purchase my deco mesh every other week when it's 40% off. I used about 1.5 rolls of that deco mesh for this wreath. I have there a beautiful burlap ribbon that I believe I purchased that on Amazon. It's actually a Paper Mart ribbon. If you're not familiar, that's a site that carries all kinds of ribbons and party materials, things of that nature online. I have there some pipe cleaners, some Aleene's tacky glue, the regular crafting tools, scissors, a ruler, and wire cutters. I'm also going to be using some red glitter hearts on this wreath that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. This is that ribbon that I spoke of, the Paper Mart ribbon. I'm going to be doing a beautiful bow for this wreath, and I'm going to have my tails around 12 inches long. And I'm going to use my normal method for creating bows. I'm going to pinch the amount of ribbon that I need for my tail and begin creating the loops of my bow. I've used the fold over and pinch it in the middle method. I'm going to be doing a 6-loop bow, 3 loops on each side. And I simply fold those loops over. Those loops are about 8 inches in length. I catch that in the middle with my thumb and my index finger. I twist the ribbon so that the pretty side is always up when I fold over my loops. That's loop number 2 on the left side. Nice tight pinch in the middle. This is a beautiful wired ribbon. Very, very beautiful ribbon to work with, as normally burlap ribbons are that very easy to work with. This one's especially beautiful. And I'm going to be creating my 3rd loop on the left side. See how I pinch it, gather it up, and then I place my thumb over it to hold it. Now I'm going to do loop number 3 on the right side. Fold it over, scrunch it up, catch it with my thumb there, and hold it nice and firm. Sorry, my hand's a little out of frame there. I do have bow tutorials. I'll list one in the description box for you, but you could look on the playlist and find multiple bow tutorials. Now I'm going to be creating 1 single loop right down the center. I'm just going to simply fold that ribbon under. I'm going to show you again. Fold it under, scrunch it up, and then I'm going to place my thumb over that little scrunch. And there you have a center loop for this beautiful bow. 3 loops on each side, 12-inch tail, 8 inches long for each loop, and then the loop right down the center. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner from around the back, and I just feed it right through that center loop. And now I have 1 tail on the top and 1 on the bottom. Well, what I'm going to do is cut that ribbon off from the spool by getting a basic idea of matching it up with the other tail, which was around 12 inches. So I do pair them up to make sure I don't cut it too short or too long. And then I simply pull that tail right through the center loop to marry it up with the other tail on the bottom. And here you have a 6-loop bow with one single loop going right down the middle. Absolutely beautiful. This ribbon has red glitter hearts. It is so pretty. Again, if you'd like to learn how to make bows like I do, please visit my tutorials. Get some practice ribbon, sit down, and just follow along with my tutorials. Okay, so now we're going to prepare our bundles. And I have this beautiful deco mesh from Hobby Lobby. A really pleasure to work with this deco mesh. I'm going to be creating bundles with 2 of these sections of deco mesh per bundle. I'm going to be cutting my deco mesh pieces in 14-inch lengths. This is 10-inch wide deco mesh. I'm going to be using what is called the woodland method. You roll up one end of the deco mesh 2 to 3 times. Place a clip, go to the other side, roll up 2 to 3 times, then scrunch it up with your fingers till you meet up with the other side, and use that clip to hold that while you create your second ribbon piece that's going to go in that particular bundle. Roll up one side, place a clip, turn it around. Always make sure your curled side of your deco mesh is facing up. Do your roll on the other side, scrunch it up till you meet the other side. Now you're going to take those 2 and put them together. You'll need a half a pipe cleaner. I like to use, when at all possible, pipe cleaners that match my deco mesh, just to be sure nothing is seen as an unsightly color, if you will, through the deco mesh once it's on the wreath. I'm going to show you that one more time. 2 pieces of deco mesh per bundle. Roll it up on one side 2 to 3 times. Put the clip, roll it up on the other side. Now scrunch it. Place the clip to hold it while you prepare the other piece that goes in your bundle. Roll your deco mesh, place a clip, turn it around, roll up the other side the same way, 2 to 3 times, and then scrunch it with your fingers till you get to the other side. Hold on to your deco mesh there, and then place it up with the other piece that you prepared, and wrap a half a pipe cleaner around that. Now this is going to create a very beautiful application on that heart wreath frame. I prepared 16 bundles to fill that heart wreath frame. We're going to be attaching those bundles to the middle wire on that wreath frame. I always start with placing my bundles at the crossbar, and I place it nice and firm down on the bar, nice and flush. Then I turn it over, I twist the pipe cleaners, and now I have bundle number 1 on my heart wreath frame. Now we're just going to go ahead and proceed to fill up that entire wreath frame with those beautiful bundles. Again, there's 16 bundles. Very beautiful. One of my favorite deco mesh is right there. That particular mesh is one of my absolute favorites. All right, now this is a heart wreath. Right now it kind of looks circular, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do is start shaping my wreath because I want it to look as much like a heart as possible. This deco mesh is so compliant. You can move it around, twist it, pull it in different directions, but you're also going to have to use hot glue in order to achieve that heart shape. Remember where the point is in the bottom, so you want to come to a peak there, if you will, or a point as much as possible. And then at the top, you want to remember where the indentation is of the top of the heart. And you can actually take your hot glue and let it help you to shape that wreath to look as much like a heart as possible. I'm going to show you how I did a little bit of that in just a minute. I'm going to be placing that beautiful bow around 4 to 5 o'clock, if you imagine it being circular, which right now it does look rather circular because I have some work to do to create more of a heart shape. And again, this deco mesh is so compliant. You can actually achieve that with patience and a hot glue gun. I'm just going to reach my fingers through the deco mesh, find a wire, and attach that beautiful bow with the tails facing out, of course. Now, I don't want to crush my bow down in the deco mesh, so I'm going to let it sit more on top. I'm also going to start applying my red glitter hearts. I have different shapes and sizes, some of them from Hobby Lobby, those are from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to place some around the wreath to add pops of color. Now, I mentioned in the beginning, this is rather a simple wreath because I'm really only I didn't use that heart there, by the way. It just did not suit the wreath. I didn't think it did. I wanted to keep it just very beautiful with a beautiful bow and those hearts. But I also do end up adding some ribbon bundles, which you see I'm going to create right here. I cut my ribbons in 8-inch pieces, and I'm simply going to scrunch it right in the center, wrap a half a pipe cleaner around it, because I'm going to attach these to my wreath frame. Twist it in the back, and then I'm going to dovetail all of my ends. I do like to dovetail my ends when I use ribbon bundles, but when I do a bow, I always angle my tails. That's my preference, but you do you. Look how beautiful this is. Now I'm going to take some hot glue and attach my hearts. Now, if your wreath is going to be outside and you're concerned about the elements, or you're going to be placing your wreath in a hot attic, you may want to add a little bit of Aleene's Tacky Glue along with the hot glue. Now, I have placed all of my ribbon bundles. I placed 10 ribbon bundles around that wreath. I'm going to be placing a pipe cleaner hanger on the back. And again, you're going to go around the wreath and as much as you possibly can, arrange your deco mesh so that you can see the point at the bottom of the wreath as much as possible and the indentation at the top between the curve of the heart. Okay, until next time, you all take care.